Hello there, Lynx here, and it is the Winter Games time. Act 3, The Gift. Let's see what awaits us today. All three of us slowly walk towards the cabin with a good distance between us. Seth had tried to rumble more at me from behind, but I didn't give him any attention, which is probably a correct thing to do. Eventually he quieted down and we hiked through the cold cavern forest. When we finally made it, a sign in front claimed this to be Santa's workshop. Christina went in as soon as she reached the door without hesitation. Without many other options, I did the same.
It's about time you all showed up. I was beginning to think you all died back there. Honestly, I'm surprised you made it past the first game.
Interesting. I didn't actually plan out much after that. Very interesting. By the way, I don't know, maybe I didn't pay attention earlier, maybe I just didn't notice at all, basically. Her pants are a bit too wide. Which is fine.
But you can probably tell that from that improvised trivia show. My hope was she would just use the power I gave her and kill you all. Clearly I shouldn't have trusted a lunatic like that.
Yeah. Or maybe she was not enough of a lunatic or something, whatever.
But at least she was a bit effective towards the end. Yeah, so are we done now? Almost. This will be your final test.
Oh boy. So that means it might be also the final episode.
Depending on how you do here, you might be able to go home. Maybe. I haven't really decided yet.
I mean, technically, even if they win, you can eliminate them, right? Why not? And make the game just for your own entertainment, right?
You haven't decided. Like I said before, all of you were pretty much irredeemable from the start. Sorry, it might be for the best if I don't let you go. But I shouldn't make it impossible to win. Because then the games aren't fun for me. The games this year were very successful already for. Only you three are left, so I've already reduced the toxic people in the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it wouldn't be the worst thing if I let you go. You should absolutely not let that psycho go. What are you referring to? I'll have you know I'm an innocent savior. Bullshit. Hey, how about you both be quiet?
She's rightful. He's a murderer. And she's manipulative and self-centered. And what about you, huh? Peter. Constantly judging ourselves and, you know, thinking that you are innocent and so on. But I don't deserve to be here.
Why the hell would you think that?
I'm not like them at all. I'm a good person. Sounds like something a really, really nasty person would say.
You're just as bad as all of them.
There must be some kind of snake.
You ever hear the stories about Santa checking his list twice? Yeah, that's real. You definitely need to be here. There was no mistake.
That can't be true.
Oh, God. Give the rest already.
Used all those people to get here. And even insulted their sacrifices through you.
Like you got here on your own, you fucking mongrel. You had to be saved every step of the way. Sure, I used people, but they were glad to help me. Because I'm an entertainer. I didn't get fans out of nowhere, I worked hard for it. What about you? What have you done tonight, huh?
Absolutely nothing. Moreover, he was dumb enough to almost get everyone killed. Like, the remaining everyone.
The only thing you managed to do was run. At every other opportunity you were saved by someone else. You contributed nothing to tonight at all.
But it's not my fault. How is it not your fault?
Seriously, you're lucky to even be alive at all right now. But somehow you still think you're better than us. You can possibly imagine a world where you're the asshole. Well, guess what? You are! You're the worst kind of asshole. You're the guy that thinks he deserves praise for being average. You're just an unassuming loser with nothing going for him. You don't want to try anything yourself because you're terrified of making a mistake. Like you're scared it will ruin your life permanently or something. Meanwhile, everyone else is at least making an attempt. Where the hell do you get off judging anyone?
That's not... Yes it is, Peter, you loser.
She's absolutely correct! I'm amazed at how oblivious you are with how you act. You really think inaction would mean everything is fine? Not only that, but you've deluded yourself into thinking you're special for it. Like only you are lucky enough to survive despite doing nothing.
It can be true. Wow, he's still going. Oh my god.
Oh, but it is. You're even more self-centered than she is. Like you really think this is all actually some kind of game. Poor little Peter, the protagonist of an unfortunate dev game visual novel. That's how you see things, right?
What?
I can see all your narration. It's a giant text box at the bottom of the screen for you. Kind of hard not to notice it. And now that I've acknowledged it, you will start to think this is all meta or something. That kind of ending would have a real mixed audience reception, I bet.
I hope he dies.
You'd probably think it's pretentious and hate it. But no, this isn't a game. I'm not reading a textbooks, your face speaks your mind for you. Those thoughts you think are so important you consider them to be a narration? In reality, they're obvious reactions. You're not special at all, not one bit. You aren't the protagonist. You're just extremely narcissistic. And you haven't really done anything to earn that attitude. This isn't your visual novel fantasy story, capital letters. This is just a chance to realize who you really are.
Who I am. What are you talking about? None of this is true. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're all just trying to confuse me. Nothing about tonight has made any sense.
Perhaps not, but you could still learn a lot from it.
Oh, so now the murderer wants to lecture me. Yes.
Oh, I've done no such thing. These are baseless claims. But I do know a thing about or two about delusional obsessions. I've studied several cases quite in depth. And you definitely feed the bill there.
Bite me.
Wow, someone's getting real upset.
Yeah, because you are all correct about him. Of course I am. All three of you are acting like I'm the worst person here. That makes 4 of them because I'm also on the train with here. And I won't accept that. So what if I'm scared of making attempts? We all have to survive somehow. So you try to survive without trying to survive. That doesn't make any sense. And what's wrong with thinking you're the protagonist of your own life? A lot. A lot.
You've convinced yourself all of this is just a story that revolves around you. And you only think that because you're still alive. Did you ever consider that everyone else that died tonight was the same as you?
No, he didn't.
You might only remember a few key people here, but there were hundreds of people who didn't even register to you. They might as well not even exist to you outside of your narrations. How many of them do you think were here because they're just like you?
Just like me.
Narcissist freaks that think all of this is about them. There were loads of them out there. Fortunately for you, each of them died while you lived. So now you feel validated in saying you're some protagonist. People like you disgust me completely. You see the misfortunes of others to prop yourself up in your own little world.
That one hit hard, because it's true. I couldn't deny it, but to accept it was to crush my whole identity. What identity? Falling onto my knees on the floor, everything felt like it was spinning. How is any of this happening? How am I alive right now? You got lucky. And for some reason, 2 people decided to save you, even though they didn't have to at all. Where am I? Technically 3 people, but why does my body feel so far away from my mind? What am I supposed to do?
Oh great, now he needs to have a mental breakdown and we have to stop everything for him.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. Well, just now I don't know what to do ever. I've been trying to survive the only way I know how. Hide away and pretend everything is out of my hands. And I just don't know what to do about it.
Oh god, shut up already. It's exactly your problem. Why are you freaking out so much over this? Can you just be normal and not act like this is some dramatic reveal?
But it is for me. It's soul crushing.
People telling you you're a narcissist is soul crushing to you. Seriously? Everyone is to a certain degree. What makes you a freak is how you think it's your only defining trait.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Get a goddamn hobby and move on already. The rest of us don't have time for you crying. We have lives too, you know. Mine is an expensive lifestyle and every hour I'm stuck here is another hour I'm not paid. So can you just get this test over with already? I like where your attitude is at. Lucky for you. We basically finished the test already.
Hey?
I've used the time from this interaction to reevaluate your reliability through our system. But to make the reveal more exciting.
She snaps her fingers and 3 presents appear. One is addressed to each of us.
Each of you gets a gift, and what's inside will decide your fate. Those still irredeemable will be instantly killed by a pipe bomb.
Nice. The protagonist, like supposed protagonist, deserves a pipe bomb.
A pipe bomb!
Fascinating! This guy also, he's a murderer, so... I will keep Christina alive, and only her. And the Suntalkers.
The rest of you that aren't killed by the president get to go home. Quick and easy, right? So, who wants to go first?
Me, of course! I can't wait to see what's inside!
Whoa, 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 whoa. You wait until I'm far away before touching that.
No need to worry, like I said, I'm innocent. Seth immediately grabs the present and quickly makes a tear on the wrapping paper. I fall backwards on the ground trying to move away. Christina loudly screams in shock briefly. But after the proper tearing sound, the room falls silent. See? Nothing happened. Oh, so he's not? He was lying? He continues to finish opening the present and nothing happens still. Oh wow! It's a full-time VR headset! This kind of device only exists in anime! Capital letter, right now! If I can reverse engineer the technology, I can present myself as a pioneer! It's exactly what I wanted for Christmas!
Well, of course, I'm Santa after all. What is going on?
That doesn't make any sense. He's an actual murderer. Whew! Again with the baseless claims!
You told me yourself! And we all saw you kill Olivia!
You honestly believed all of that? That was barely a performance!
Do you actually believe him? He's telling the truth. Our system never makes mistakes. Clearly something is wrong with it. No, Seth is just a weird guy that likes to act crazier than he is.
What? That's embarrassing us to submit. Yes, that is the case. The role of the mad scientist always fascinated me, but it never seemed logical for me. If I got arrested, that would be the end of my scientific endeavors. Seriously, I'm weird, but I'm not a murderer.
But then what about Tyler?
The big guy that was your friend? It didn't take long to piece together what happened to him. And how much you convinced yourself it affected you. So I just took the role of the bad guy for you so you wouldn't blame yourself. Did you also think I somehow guided a giant-sized boulder to crush your friend?
Who cares about this moron? What about the crazy girl?
Well, I didn't poison her or anything. I just took the wand. She said herself she would die without the Sparkle 6. So I think Mallory here rigged it to kill her if it was taken away.
Ooh, the magic I loaned her would only work while she was alive. Killing her when it was taken seemed like the best way to stop people from stealing my powers.
If that's all true, then why is he even here to begin with? Well, I see he developed a revolutionary new deep learning text-to-image data model. And I'm assuming this set me on some kind of evil course in life. But after this whole experience, I don't think AI art is worth it anymore.
Right. Funny thing, I actually like playing around with one like AI art generator. Because why not? Literally, thanks to that, can create, I mean, I would say pretty decent phone. I would say phone wallpapers mostly. For the PC, the resolution is not good enough. But for phones, they do a decent amount. And by that I mean anime wallpapers, because why would I create any others? I know, I dig the idea. I don't think someone who generates pictures with AI should be able to earn money with it. The creator of the set generator, sure. Someone who uses it to generate artwork, no. Probably no. Maybe. No. I don't know. But definitely not the amounts the actual artists do, that's for sure. Which the actual artists are not paid enough, I would believe. For. Not like I actually know how much they earn. Anyway. Basically what I'm saying is, it's just a fun tool to play around with, not gonna lie. And to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if someone would actually use that to maybe create games now. You know, I mean, obviously there are people who are not capable of like affording getting an actual artist for games, but they want to create a game, so why not use AI for that? Right? Anyway. Very much better use of my time than automating creativity. I think when I go home, I'll become a psychologist. What do you guys think? That sounds like the worst possible outcome.
Worse than being a murderer.
Somehow, yes. You do what you want later. Let's move on to the next gift. I guess I'll go next.
She very hesitantly grabbed her present and held it as far away as she could. Held, right? Yeah, and held it as far away as she could. Then Christina slowly tore at the paper with one eye closed and her face turned away. When nothing happened, she exhaled a deep breath she had held in. After opening the rest of the gift, she loudly screamed,
"Oh my god, is this real?" "Duh, of course it is. This is an actual limited edition original release of the first ever Red with Rainbow figurine."
"Rainbow who?"
"She's the ultimate fusion, full sparkle version of all the members of the Sparkle 6. And look, the box is even signed by the entire original cast. This has to be worth more than my current collection times 10. And it's so beautiful."
How was she reformed? She spent the entire time insulting and using everyone.
That was a problem, but the trivia contest earlier changed everything. Now she's had a taste of expressing her hobbies openly.
Boom.
And with that, over time she could become very accepting of others. At the start of the games, Olivia herself were just disgusting nerds to her. And that's because she didn't want to see herself as the same as them. Christina was scared of her fanbase, thinking she was a loser like them. After the contest, she felt good about her secret hobby because it saved the day. So in the future, she'll be more accepting. Although she'll still viciously call people out on their bullshit. And honestly, I was rooting for her because of that.
Let's go.
I vibe with her energy.
Same. Kind of.
Well, all of this has been more than worth it for me now. This is the best gift ever. Glad to hear that. Trying to end up back here next year. Now, last but not least, Mr. Protagonist.
She gets me my present, wrapped in sky blue paper. Come on. Be a pipe bomb, please. A pipe bomb. Come on.
What will it be? It's either death or hope in there. So either way, you won't be wasting your time anymore.
I saw on the floor, said the protagonist, staring at the present. After everything we went through, my life will be decided by this box. No. That's not right.
Hey?
This box isn't decided my life for me. I already did that myself. All this is telling me how I really feel. Whatever happens now is my own fault. It's my turn to own my mistakes. Please don't tell me he will survive because of this. Maybe it's too late for me to realize it and it will still kill me. Hopefully yes. But I'm not running away or letting someone else save me. Not anymore. Yeah, I hardly believe that. And with that I tore the wrapping paper of my gift. Well, honestly, just because he opens the presents, he thinks he changed something. And the explosion happens, clearly, the Winter Games. Wolfborg. Sakura Alice, I think I've seen that name before. I think I did. Thank you for playing. Merry Christmas! Funnily enough, we just played Sakura Sakura's Cosmos Christmas as well. 2 games. Actually, this, now that I think about this, was like a Winter Game Jam project, I believe, on itch.io. Let me quickly check. Don't play the video. Thank you. I have YouTube opened up on the Winter Games. Let us see the Winter Games. I think it was written here, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, yes, Winter VN Jam 2022. Oh, you can see. Oh, okay. There were 135 entries, by the way. That's a lot. That's a lot of entries. The funny thing is, I kind of daily, I would say, more or less, browse through recent releases on itch.io, right? For technically, I really do like pay attention to thumbnails mostly. That's what brings my attention. And now I look at those and I'm like, dude, I think I haven't seen those thumbnails. I don't know, maybe the supposed recent releases on itch doesn't really work that well. Like this thing, I would totally want that. How does it look? Not bad, maybe. Kind of pixely, yeah. It's not bad, not bad. Though I might as well... Wait a second. I wouldn't be surprised. No, it's actually not. It was checking if it was on Steam, maybe. Anyway, with that being said, as per usual, the game is linked in the description. It's a name your own prize game, by the way. So you can go ahead and check it out yourself. Even if you, well, kind of checked it out with me as well. But hey, you can add it to your own library as well, sort of, right? Why wouldn't you do that? It was a fun story though. I still think the guy should like sort of drop that. Yeah, I would say that. I mean, he was so judgmental of others and never admitted to it, which was kind of ridiculous. On the other hand, Christina, at least she was like sort of open about the whole fact. I know, I feel like being quiet about judging someone is worse than not spelling it out, kind of. And again, he was running away from everything, which is kinda meh. And also hoping for everyone around sort of to solve his problems. Yeah, honestly, that protagonist very meh. So if that pipe bomb exploded in his face, honestly, zero problems with that for me. I actually would be in favor of that happening. With that being said, the Winter Games finished a second Christmas game coming out on the channel in March. And, well, okay, it depends how the editing will go, but maybe we'll actually finish it in March completely with the upload. Maybe it will actually move a little bit to the April, like the first day or second. We'll see. Or you will see as well. I will probably know that today, which is 29th. Anyway, let's end it right here, right now. I'll be choosing the next itch.io game. I think we'll play like 3 of them, and then I will pick something from Steam once again, and I'll probably pick something from the list. I actually have something picked up already on Steam, so from stuff that you guys at some point have recommended me. Because I had it in the library, I just didn't play it yet. Anywho, hope you all have a wonderful day. Hopefully your next Christmas, which is still long way ahead, is great. And hopefully I will see you in the next game. Bye bye.